Hello and welcome to Flower Juice. My name's John McDonald. Today I'm going to show you how to make a very simple bridesmaid or even bridal bouquet just featuring beautiful gerbera. And these are black eye gerbera, and we're going to do simple bouquet with just the gerbera, some steelgrass, and we're going to finish off with some aspidistra leaf, though you could use ribbon if you prefer. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bunch of the steelgrass. Now steelgrass can be quite brittle, so I'm using more towards the tips of it where it's more flexible, and we just start making our bouquet. Now with gerbera, because they're not like roses where they're very consistent, you can really make something that's more choppy. We can really mix it up. So we started with a bit of steelgrass, and I'm just adding in again. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a bouquet that's very formal and very set. We can mix it up a little bit and have the gerbera sitting in different ways. And what I want with this steelgrass is to get very definite loops. So don't grip it too tightly with your hand. You can keep your hand really quite loose, firm enough to hold what you're doing, but you don't want it so firm that you're damaging the flowers or you're actually going to make yourself tired. So yeah, this is the problem with steelgrass, is it can actually just snap. It's also a little bit sharp, so just be careful not to run your finger down it or you will get like a paper cut. So we're creating some loops there, and now I want to come in with maybe more like an outer edge of the gerbera. And just look at the way they all face, and just, you can put some underneath to support ones above. You can do different things with it. And if you think that one's sitting a little bit high, just find the stem and move it around. Okay, so we've got our hand tie and we've added the volume of gerbera. We've added our loops centrally. So I'm just going to go around it now and do a few more loops around the edge. And when I'm using this steelgrass, I'm using it in, say, 3 stems at a time. So we've got sets of 3, and that gives me a nice strong loop without being too heavy within the bouquet. So again, just using the top part of the stem of the steelgrass. And again, just have a look at your bouquet and make sure that everything's balanced. So in your hand, you want to have a nice spiral. You want to have everything sitting the way you want it. But before we tie it off, we want to just have a little look and make sure that we're happy with how it's sitting. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Not so happy with that a little bit. But essentially we've got a nice round bouquet. We've got the steelgrass creating a bit of a feature within our bouquet. So we're going to just tie this off. And I'm just using some twine, go around it twice, and then just give it a double tie. You can be quite firm with that, it's not a problem. And then I'm going to take another piece, bring the stems together, and tie it further down. Now one of the features with a bouquet like this is the actual stems. So we don't need to make them particularly short if we don't want to. We could make a real feature of the stems. I'm just going to trim these a little bit short for the moment. But it's up to you how long you want your stems to be. You could tie this again further down and create more of a wand, which is actually really quite nice. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some double-sided tape. And the best thing for doing this is just cut a bit that's longer than what you want, and then bring the end over to meet the other end, and then you can peel it off really easy. So do a bit at the top and a bit down below, so we meet ourselves, and then we can easily unpick it. Whereas if you're trying to get the end, it's sometimes not so easy. And with our aspidistra leaf, What we can do is we can just take a little bit of that stem off at the back. Now line that on, and then we can just roll that round our bouquet. If you want, you can fold in the top. And if you want, you can fold in the end as well. And I'm going to use a Diamanté pin just to hold that. Now, I can leave it like this, or we can add a little bit more decor. So I'm going to use a little bit of decor wire, and we're going to start with the pin. And that gives us a hold. And then we can just go round and round. Be careful with that loose wire, because that's where we're going to finish up. So you don't want to trap the loose wire and have it running in a straight angle against the direction of all these other ones. But if we end up back where we are, in fact, we can end up at the back. It doesn't really matter, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist these stems together, these two ends of the wire together. And if we trim that, we've got a little piece here, but I can use the point of my scissors just to take that, and we push that into the stem. So we've got a very simple bouquet. Now what you might want to do is add a little bit more detail, and we can bring the feature of the pins up into the bouquet. Now when you're going through the heads, you want to make sure that the pin is going right down through the stems, so that there's no part of the pin is actually going to catch anyone who's holding it. And then we can look at our stems. So if I was making this for the next day, I could put this in water, and then on the day I can cut the stems. So personally, because I've bound it up here, I would probably cut them here. And you're literally just using good strong secateurs and cutting straight across. And that's it, just a very simple Gerbera bouquet with a touch of Diamanté as a detail. Thank you for watching, please subscribe and keep up to date with all our videos.